What's that?
We edited it.
We edited it.
It's totally fine. No, believe me. It's totally clean and fine. Promise.
Then send us the real auditor.
This is like the
Oh, there's the tarts. No, right here. Sorry. No, there actually are tarts to them. I wasn't calling anyone. Couldn't get you the books.
I brought you these.
So for those of you who don't know me, I'm a big Caroline Thompson. I met Jen 29 years ago in the halls of Coleytown Middle School in Westport, Connecticut.
Oh my God.
It was November 1984. We were just starting the 6th grade. I was a new student, and I'm starting school a few months into the year. And while I don't recall specifically meeting Jen on the first day that I was in school, because I met a lot of people, I do recall my second day. Jen came right up to me and gave me a big hug. I think I was kind of shocked and taken aback, because where I came from, kids just didn't come up to each other and hug each other, when they got to school. And Jen said, "What? We hug around here." And from that point, our friendship was born.
You're making that up.
It's true. It happened. I remember.
She doesn't forget anything.
It's good.
No bluff.
Ever.
Just go with it.
Just roll with it. Now, Mike, I'm sure you know about most of Jen's ex-boyfriends, but she may have failed to tell you about a couple of her earliest romances. That's where I can fill in the blanks for you.
I love it.
I know it keeps you up at night. When I met Jen, she was in a very serious relationship with Simon Le Bon. For those of you who don't know who Simon Le Bon is in this room, just think Johnny Mathis.
Yeah, he's the head singer.
Duran.
I'm not sure if it was his frosted tips, his shoulder pads, or his ability to make any subject sound sexy by applying it to a simple melody, but Jen was in love. He was all she could talk about, and I'm not even kidding you. I admire her passion for this particular boyfriend, even though he hung out with guys who wore heavy makeup and probably spent more time in the salon than our mothers did. Jen stuck by his side. She was secure and confident in her relationship.
I love it.
Until she met Bono. When she met Bono, it was all over with Simon. Like he never even existed. Simon. Bono had it all. He was smart, an activist, a humanitarian, and just an all-around dynamic guy. He had swagger. I have to say, on a serious note, that Jen's fascination with Bono and U2 probably shaped her more as a person than any of her other boyfriends had up to that point. So as not to bore Bono with mundane topics like who was wearing what at school that day, she had to step it up and learn about what was going on in the world. She began writing papers in school that blew everyone away, including our teachers. Jen was ahead of the curve in terms of understanding that we were living in a bubble called Westport, Connecticut. Bono was good for her. We were lucky enough to see U2 live on a few occasions, thanks to our wonderful mothers for taking us. Many times throughout the concerts, Jen would shout out at the top of her lungs, "Marry me, Bono!" And I'm sure no one in this room has more relieved than you to know that he could not hear her over the music, and the marriage never happened. And the romance faded sometime right after Rattle and Hum. And I'm just going to go ahead and gloss over the 90s, because let's be honest, I think we would all rather just forget the 90s. Some things did stick with us though, right, dude? Dude. At least we wear clothes that fit us now, right? So here we are, still great friends, almost 30 years after those two girls hugged it out in the halls of Coleytown Middle School.
Oh my God.
While Jen may have been voted most talkative, I swear to God, in our 8th grade poll, I can personally attest to the fact that she is also a great listener. I can call Jen anytime, and I know that she will be invested in the conversation and truly cares about what I have to say. She is the definition of a great friend. We've had some funny moments over the years, and of course, most of those we are still afraid to talk about in front of our parents, so I'm not going to talk about them tonight, because it probably involved breaking the rules in some way. But we've had some tough moments too, like saying goodbye to one of our close friends when she lost her battle with cancer in 2007. If there's one thing I can say about Jen, it is that she is passionate. Maybe it's her Italian blood or being born under the Capricorn sun sign, or maybe it's just because she was raised by two parents who love her more than anything in the world. When Jen falls in love with something or someone, she does it with all her heart. Whether it's an affinity for the Spanish language, scuba diving, desert, camping and hiking, her cat Luca, Simon Le Bon, or Bono, when she really loves something, you can just tell. And when she met Mike, you could just tell. Bono who?
Yeah, right.
Mike was the only guy for her, and this was abundantly clear. She loves him deeply and passionately. So tonight, I would like to raise a toast to the beautiful bride Jen, her handsome groom Mike, and their passion for each other. May we all have even a sliver of that in our lives. Here's to you. And I hope I'm still on the Did you get a good plan?